I was happy and proud of myself, I guess, because I worked really hard on the essay, and it was nice to know that like all the work that I put into this like application process eventually paid off, and it was like they thought I was like a good fit for their school and accepted me. Originally, I was an art major, like animation illustration, but then I realized that like that wasn't actually like my, I guess, true passion. So I decided I would take a gap year to kind of figure things out. And then during that summer, I discovered that like my real passion and the reason why I wanted to do illustration in the first place was like storytelling and creative writing. And so when I reapplied the next year, I chose creative writing or English major. These few years, like because of like COVID, like American schools, they can't come to China as often, and so you don't get a lot of like exposure or like demonstrated interest. Like if you attend the like if they have like a conference at your like city, you can't attend, or like if they even come to like have a conference. So I think that might be something that's difficult. I also think it's like kind of like sad, like because I'm in China, I can't go to the States to do school visit. I think the way I did it was very like unique to me because so I did all of my studying at school for my classes, because I think like if you separate different spaces for different purposes, it's easier to focus. So I only do school things at school, and then for my extracurriculars, I only do those at home. So I studied for all my APs during like study hall, or like I go to the library to study. And then when I'm at home, I write, like I practice my writing, or like I do art and stuff like that. Do good research. Like the ranking may be important, but it's also very important to find a school that first of all fits you, like you fit the school community and like you share the school values. And it's also very important to find a school that provides the, I guess, like experience that you're looking for. So like whether it's like quality of life, like food and housing, or like the weather situation in that particular location, safety, and like if it's whether it's like in a big city or in like a small town, or like other things like academically, maybe it's a school that either provides a lot of research opportunities or provides a lot of like workshop or like hands-on experience. And like if it's a school with a lot of like career resources or foreign like study abroad programs. So that I think that's like everything that you should like consider when looking at a school. So like you don't apply to like a school just because it has a very high ranking, because when you get there you might not like being there. For me personally, like my situation is a bit different. So I took a gap year, and one of the first things I considered was including an internship into my activities list. And so for my internship, because I was very passionate about my AP courses in high school, I took AP Art and AP Art History. When I went to do my internship, I went back to my high school to actually help teach those courses. The context behind this is because like for AP Art History especially, this was a new course. So my teacher didn't have all the resources she needed to like teach the course the way she wanted to. So because I was a previous student and I knew the course well, and I also got a 5, and I was able to use my like experience and my expertise to make teaching the course for her a lot easier and a lot less work. And I think that shows like commitment and dedication. And I think like something like this, like work experience or like something very unique pertaining to you, is like it'll make your application stand out and show like who you really are outside of just like different clubs that you did in high school, or like just like hobby stuff you do. I think it makes things a lot less intimidating, because it's like even in the US there are like like 2,000 different schools to choose from. And so having a consultant who's very knowledgeable about the different schools and like knows which schools that like students who are like you, like pertaining to your like interest and like career path, like what someone like you might have chosen before that, I think it makes it easier to find the schools that you will end up falling in love with. So when my consultant assisted me, he helped with the initial research by finding a like big list of like 20 schools in a variety of like, so there's like public schools and private schools and liberal arts schools, but they all like were related to like my interests and my major. And because that was like a very simple way to narrow it down, I could then narrow it down even more to get the 10 schools that I really wanted to go to. And then that meant that when I was applying and writing my essays, schools could like immediately see like, oh, I did my research, like I know I would be a good fit at these schools, and they can like consider if that's like the case. Mm-hmm. And moreover, like, you know, like with essay writing, I think since schools right now, like at least when I was in high school, I didn't get a lot of like, I think maybe the right guidance as to how to properly write a college essay. So an essay consultant can give you the guidance and like teach you like what colleges want to see within like, you know, the essay that you write for them. So that way, like you can have the freedom to be expressive and creative in your writing without, you know, having to stick to a formula, and that way still be appealing to the college while like being like authentically you. It helped like assuage some of my doubts about the process, and also like encourage me even when I, you know, realized, you know, I can't go to this school that I really want to, but that like I do have a lot of other options that I, you know, still really love because, you know, I did my research, I found the schools that I liked. So that was like really nice because it was like definitely a hard time during the process, and having consultant made it a lot easier on my like, you know, mental health, and like my also like my family is like, they feel more stable because of that.